also a very close confidant, not just of President Uhuru Kenyatta, but also of the state. He was one people, I remember even sometimes when I could see him in Senate and I wanted to know what was going on with regards to the BBI, he would just say hello, but say, you go mtasikia kutoka kwa rais ama mtasikia kutoka kwa wale ambaye wametutuma. He was that person that could not give out information anyhowly. He wanted information to come out from the right channels. I remember when we were following through the BBI sittings where he went in different parts of the country just listening to the views. And I remember one time Senator Haji even said that this is a document that represents the views of Wanjiko, that represents the views of Fatuma, that represents the views of Jepto and all that, just trying to capture all the views from all Kenyans. And he has gone not knowing the fruits of the BBI, whether the BBI is going to pass or it is not going to pass. And probably some of the sentiments that will be coming out later, those that we will be hearing, will be tethered around his role as the BBI champion. So there's a probability that most of those statements will be centered around that, and we'll be wanting to hear what are people going to say with regards to him. Are the politicians also going to take advantage of this situation, those pro-BBI, and say that let us pass the BBI in honor of him? Probably these are sentiments that we might be hearing from those who are the proponents. Another matter that we've also been able to note, Julians, is that there's a probability of 3 days of mourning in Garissa, where he was senator, and people will be hearing what will be going on there. So we will be listening to what are the views that are coming on from here, as also we do expect to get views from those who will be coming. But some of the senators have actually even been sending messages to us personally and also to media houses. One of them is nominated Senator Naomi Shionga, who actually texted me and said that she will miss the guidance of Senator Haji. Most of them were in the Senate also looking at him as a father figure. Remember, it is not very well known, but what the information that we have is that he has died at the age of 80, having been born in 1940. But all this is still subject to family confirmation, who will be giving us that information if and when they will be giving the press conference, as most of the media houses are here already at his home. So we'll be waiting to hear what are the sentiments that will be coming out from his family. There are those who will be remembering him from the assignments that they have been able to do together with him. But also another thing that I will tell you, Julians, is that most of his committees, because of the sensitivity of the matters that they were discussing with regards to the national security, most of them were closed. So you could not actually go into those committees and get much information unless you speak to one of those proponents outside. Senators are eulogizing him as one of the most astute and also a father figure who most of them could look up to. I even remember in some debates in the Senate, there are those who would look up to him for fatherly advice and also for his wisdom when he commented on matters. Remember, he's a long-serving government official who knows how the government works, how the government operates, and most of that. Nobody will ever tell you that these are sentiments from Senator Haji if he has not sanctioned them or if he has not given you those words from his own mouth. So many people will be remembering him differently. Probably the next person that will be coming here is Senate Speaker Kenneth Lusaka, probably just to convey the condolences of the Senate. Probably also President Uhuru Kenyatta will be coming, but it is not confirmed. But we will be getting information if and when it comes. There is also a vehicle that is just coming in here, and by the fact that it has a flag, we can tell that there is a probability that this is a minister, a cabinet secretary. So we are keeping tabs just to get to know what is happening here. And this is the defense cabinet secretary who has just come in. Remember, she is in the line committee where Senator Yusuf Haji operated as the chairperson of that committee, and probably their interaction was at a more personal level, as they tried also to look at what the government is all about and also sharing information and all that. So she's here, Monica Juma is here in her capacity probably to also represent the government and also as a personal friend for the family. So this is just what is happening at this particular time, and we'll be noting what else is happening as the day goes by. But also, Julians, there is those aspects where Senator Haji would actually call on Kenyans to be very vigilant and be very careful with what happens with their lives and also with what the government is doing. He has been calling on Kenyans to live as one, and having been a member of the BBI, I remember in 2019 when the BBI document was brought to the Bomas of Kenya and it was being launched, that is BBI 1, and in his speech, Senator Haji was very categorical, calling on Kenyans to probably embrace what they have been able to do, because those are the views that were collected from most parts of the country. So we will be hearing probably from his family, or probably even from those people that spent most of the time with him, with regards to what were his views on this particular BBI, what was his vision, probably his last days when he could talk, what did he say about this particular BBI document. Remember also in Kisii, BBI 2, when President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga were receiving that document, he was not there. It was presented by other people, and this is in October 2020. And he has been missing in action. We do understand that he's been receiving treatment, not just here in the country, but also out of the country with regards, and we do not know what the ailment would have been, and we'll be expecting probably the family to give us that information and also to give us more on what the next steps are. Most of the things here are those informations that we're being able to gather from different parts or from different people, but we can only get the clear information from the family, who will be addressing us probably later. When we came in here, the ambulance had just brought his body, and some of the family members had just gone into the house to condole the family and to also share on what has been happening. Remember, Senator Haji has been speaking so much with regards to unity, but having been a government operative for quite some time, it will be very interesting to see how the government is going to be treating this. Is it going to be a state burial and all that? Or also the celebration of life that will be in Garissa, how is it going to be conducted, and most of this. So right now, we have given you what we do know, Julians, and we'll be giving you an update if and when, as and when we do receive that information. But right now, I'll be leaving you with live pictures of what is happening here at the residence, and also Julians as he tries to give us information from other parts as it comes to the newsroom. Back to you, Julians.
Right. Many thanks, Kennedy Muredi, for giving us that extremely detailed brief on the developments this morning that happened around the home of the former senator, now the late Mzee Yusuf Haji, who clearly has been quite instrumental in this country's public service, having served as a long-term provincial administrator. Then he went into cabinet. He served as well as a member of parliament, and then Kennedy has just given us some very good context around his engagement and stewarding of the BBI process, and now where the report stands. Let's take a look at some of the views coming in. Kenyans taking to social media to give their condolences. We have Musalia Mudavadi here saying, "My condolences to the family of the late Senator Mohammed Yusuf Haji. The people of Garissa and Kenya at large have lost a hardworking, humble and patriotic servant. May his soul rest in peace." Just moving further down, Kalonzo Musyoka here saying, Mzee Yusuf Haji, let me bring it back here. Kalonzo Musyoka saying Mzee Yusuf Haji was a great career administrator and patriotic Kenyan. As a senator, he served the people of Garissa with utmost dedication. His contribution to the BBI will never be forgotten. My condolences to his family and the people of Garissa. May he rest in eternal peace. The Speaker of the National Assembly, Mr. Justin Muturi, issuing his message of condolence to the family and friends of the distinguished Senator of Garissa County, the late Senator Mohammed Yusuf Haji. And clearly the National Assembly has issued an entire statement there. We have Dr. Engineer Karanja Kibicho here saying Senator Yusuf Haji's mentorship overflew beyond his family Many of us have lived looking up to him for inspiration that has been dripping from his principle. All we offer is our prayers to God to assuage the immeasurable pain the family is experiencing during this dark moment. And that's Senator Yusuf Haji, 1940 to 2021. That takes him to 81 years. Clearly a deep loss to the country. The Ministry of Interior here issuing a statement. The late Senator Mohammed Yusuf Haji left an indelible mark of rectitude during his tenure as an administrator, a cabinet minister, and a legislator. It's a huge blow to the people of Garissa and the family to lose such a generational role model. We are honestly sorry for your loss. And media personalities also coming here with their comments, as well as senators and the Right Honorable Kenneth Lusaka, who is a speaker to the Senate, saying Mohammed Yusuf Haji was a firm, hardworking, progressive and highly resourceful legislator who served the people of Garissa County with unmatched commitment and dedication. And this coming from the Speaker of the Senate, then that is clearly quite a message coming from the Senate. And maybe just to take one or two last ones as we get the Honorable Esther Passaris. I knew Senator Yusuf Haji way before I joined politics, and he kept saying, God's timing is the best. He was humble and kind, and he fiercely loved this country. It's no wonder Senator Haji was entrusted with the BBI process. My sincere condolences to his family. And Kennedy Muredi gave us some context around what President Uhuru Kenyatta said about this. If I could just recap some of the things he said. Mzee Haji was a highly respected leader and elder whose wisdom, deep knowledge of the Kenyan society and long serving in the public service administrator enabled him to serve the country in various leadership roles and with distinction for many years. The president went on to say Mzee Haji was a steward of the BBI process and a strong pillar of our desire to construct a cohesive, peaceful and more progressive Kenyan nation. His stewardship of the initiative shall be missed. And that's a message from President Uhuru Kenyatta. Clearly, let's continue to mourn this great son of this country who has played a very instrumental role in various leadership roles, whether it's cabinet, whether it's as a legislator, and now in the BBI process. Let's have a feel of what the life and times of the late senator have been like. And in case you're just joining us, we are joining the rest of the country in mourning the late Senator Yusuf Haji, who passed on this morning, from indications we're getting from the head of state and many other sources. And we are just looking back to his life and times and the role he has played in this country, whether it's as a cabinet secretary and moving on to a legislator, and then his role in the BBI process, which he has stewarded ever since it commenced. And now they've tabled the final report, there's reaction from left, right and center. And now we are crossing over back to my colleague Kennedy Mureithi, who is at the home in Riverside Drive, which has been a hive of activity this morning, as you would expect, given the developments. And we have seen a couple of people arriving there. We're told, we have actually seen, not we're told, that the Defense Secretary, Monica Juma, was just the latest to arrive there. And clearly that's a signal from the state of the seriousness with which it regards this matter. Senator Yusuf Haji has played significant roles in this country, in the political landscape, in the public administration landscape, and clearly this is a loss that has hit various quarters of this country in a very significant way. We've had messages coming from the president himself, that is Uhuru Kenyatta, indicating that indeed this is a man who has been astute in his service to this country, and one whose wisdom has been relied upon, especially in matters regarding the BBI process. We have seen messages coming from the people like Musalia Mudavadi indicating how they tapped into the wisdom of Yusuf Haji. And let's just have a look at some live pictures of what's happening at the Riverside home around this time. We can see that people are just gathering in this very solemn moment. We are all waiting for an indication of the way forward, but preliminary information that we have indicates that he will be retired at the Langata Cemetery later this afternoon in adherence to Islamic faith, and the family is just trying to get a few arrangements in place, and then we shall be getting possibly a formal communication coming from the family, as indicated by a reporter on the ground, Kennedy Mureithi, who speaking earlier gave us a very detailed context around the significance of Mzee Yusuf Haji and the role he has played in various capacities in this country, even to the degree of chairing various Senate committees where he has been quite instrumental in the exercise of the legislative role that has been bequeathed to the Senate with regard to oversight of expenditure and many other issues around defense and diplomacy. So clearly this is a big loss for this country, and we are joining the rest of the country in paying our last respects to someone who has been quite instrumental in this country, going back to the early 80s, where he was serving in various capacities. And certainly the rest of Kenyans have thrown in their views on social media, saying, recollecting the life and times of the late Mzee Yusuf Haji. And we can see Governor Mohamud M. Ali saying, "It is sadness for me to learn of the death of Garissa Senator Yusuf Haji. He was committed to providing leadership to the nation. My sincere condolences to his family, the people of Garissa, and our entire nation. May Allah grant him eternal peace." And we have Honorable Didmas Barasa, the Member of Parliament for Kimilili, saying, "My sympathies and heartfelt condolences to the family of the late Senator Yusuf Haji and the entire people of Garissa County for this great loss. Haji was a committed and diligent leader, served the public in different capacities selflessly. Rest in peace." And clearly the country taking quite a moment to recollect the times of Yusuf Haji. Honorable Naisula Lesuda saying, "Saddened to learn of Honorable Yusuf Haji's death. My sincere condolences to the family, friends, colleagues, and the people of Garissa County. Your wise wisdom that I tapped into while in the Senate will always be treasured. You are like a father to me, and many rest in peace." This is has been a pillar for many politicians, clearly, as well as the leaders who are just upcoming across the country. The governor for Kisumu County, that is Professor Anyang' Nyong'o, saying, "My heartfelt condolences to the family and the people of Garissa following the death of Senator Yusuf Haji. We have lost a selfless leader who will be remembered for successfully steering the Building Bridges initiative process. May his soul rest in peace." The BBI clearly comes quite standing out here. And before we take a break, let me just read from Dr. Monica Juma, the CS for Defense. "Deeply shocked and saddened by the passing on of Honorable Senator Yusuf Haji, a patriot, exemplary public servant, and father figure to me. May his soul rest in eternal peace, and the Lord give all his family fortitude to bear his loss. Deep, deep condolences. And that is from the CS for Defense Ambassador Monica Juma. We remain live on the ground there in Riverside Drive. Kennedy Murray is keeping tabs with that. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back with this coverage.
This is NTV.
Yangu akili amechanganya changanya, amechanganya, hakuna tena siri, amechanganya, moyo umeugawanya, ya kumbe alipita kunusa, penzi amenipangusa, nalia.
To get Subira by Ibra featuring Skill Bill, dial star 812 star 799 hash. Skiza Na Nation.
Make a date with us on Monday 15th February as Magical Kenya launches a new set of signature experiences. We unveil a new face of authentic and unique experiences that represent Africa in one place. Catch the event on NTV Monday from 7:30 p.m. and 10 p.m. Magical Kenya. Rediscover the magic.
Ukiambiwa 1 plus 2, 10 marks. Huwezi andika 3.
Hebu fanya ujinga, uvae jeans, t-shirt na kofia. Uingie kwa gari, makanga akuitishe fare, umwambie nitakupea tukishuka. Unasikianga? Dondoa moja dere.
GMC Place Kitengela, be your choice to bloom in love. With a few slots available, call us today on 0701 560 560.
From far with you. I even gifted you a magnificent house. Rosa, it's the thought that counts. Please help me.
When it comes to fever, you need to be both. Panadol Baby and Infant starts to work on fever in 15 minutes and is gentle on the tummy. Panadol Baby and Infant, tough on fever, gentle on your child.
Timeless love.
You are now holding the evidence.
This picture is not an evidence, Geronimo. Please, yes, I'm in it, but she's my sister. And her name also starts with the letter R.
I'm sure they found me out, and I don't even know what I'm gonna tell her, Mom. It would be your word against a dead man's word.
Don't lie to me anymore, Renata. Just tell me the truth.
No, not until you realize that you're the one who's always been wrong. Follow me.
Oh my, all hell broke loose. Oh my goodness. Unfortunately, my daughter is a great liar.
This is my charm, and that one is Roberta's. I was wearing this the day we got married. You're the one who has been confused all this time.
Timeless love.
Beat sensitivity pain fast with Sensodyne Rapid Action for clinically proven relief in 60 seconds.
Past few years, yoga studios like this one began popping up all across the country, from luxurious beach resorts to slums in major cities. I'm in Nairobi to find out how entrepreneurs are cashing in on the wellness industry. Namaste.
I came to discover that moringa oil is actually an amazing beauty secret for hair and skin.
Since 10 years, I'm taking moringa every day, and this is where we come to this project.
Welcome to Insignia Service Center, a state-of-the-art service center that offers diagnostics, repairs, wheel balancing and alignment, and a fully fledged high-quality paint booth. Insignia Group, consistent excellence.
I won't deny that just for a moment I thought that, well, it would be a good idea for my dad to be happy again next to someone.
So that woman can send you to a boarding school, huh, Fernanda? Would you like that? And then I don't know, have other children with your father? Just imagine that. It means you'll have to share absolutely everything you have with those new children.
If you want to do her a favor, tell her not to meddle in other people's business, okay?
I could never dare to tell her that. I'd practically be giving myself away to her.
Along came love.
Heaviness and a burning inside, it could be heartburn.
Indigestion and heartburn? Eno gets to work in 6 seconds and works on the 6 symptoms of heartburn so you can keep living life non-stop. Eno, fight heartburn and indigestion fast.
Absa Bank at 1. Capital adequacy and risks in the operating environment.
We look at the minimum capital ratios. We put buffers on top so that we're not flying close to the regulatory minimums.
Revenue diversification and the challenges faced. One of the concerns I had when you were unveiling the Absa Asset Management was that you were venturing into the space at a time when the investable opportunities in the capital markets were clearly being eroded. Risk pricing beyond the rate cap regime.
Yeah, we do a lot of modeling of our business and of our customers and the risks that we're willing to take.
In the next edition of Business Redefined, we host the Chief Executive Officer of Absa Bank for this and more.
To get Ohala by Awiko and Mr. Seed, dial star 812 star 802 hash. Skiza, Na Nation.
Credo Mix is all about anything created artistically by us, for us. Music reviews. Feel the fresh vibes, full of surprises as we get interactive with your favorite artists and celebrities exclusively. We will bring you all the latest hits, trending topics, and the weekly top 10 every weekday from 5 to 6.
And you're watching Credo Mix on NTV. Keep it locked.
New Year comes with New Year deals. Renew your corporate subscription and get a bonus. Subscribe to Nation e-paper for 3 months and get 1 week absolutely free. 6 months and get 2 weeks absolutely free. 1 year and get 3 weeks absolutely free. To sign up, visit epaper.nationmedia.com or email subscription@ke.nationmedia.com. Offer valid till 28th February 2021.
Maie, hii nayo utangoja sana nichukue. Sichukui, niko juu ya pikipiki. Na sheria ya barabara inasema heri kupata missed call kuliko kupata ajali.
To get Piki Piki by Adis Jojo, dial star 811 star 936 hash. Skiza, Na Nation.
This is NTV.
Welcome back to NTV on this coverage of the somber morning when we have learned rather of the passing on of Senator Yusuf Haji, clearly someone who has served in various capacities in this country, whether it's at the cabinet level, legislative level, as well as the Building Bridges Initiative. We are still on the ground with our reporter Kennedy Mureithi, and we'll be bringing you the latest from that side. But let me remind you that this also happens to be the day when we are having the burial service for the late Simeon Yachai, Mr. Simeon Yachai, I should say, who also is a veteran politician who formally joined politics in 1992, and his service is happening today in Kisii at the stadium there, and we could be getting some live pictures as we even remember just the role that he played. I'm told the Deputy President, William Ruto, has already arrived there, and this will be something which is a matter of national interest. various leaders across the political divide are expected to be there. Simeon Nyachaya is someone who has had a long-standing career in this country. Also, pretty much like Haji, was also in the provincial administration for quite a while and then got into cabinet. He had a sting at running for presidency in